Have you ever been stressed? Does stress ever consume you? Well, today we're going to talk about it, and I'm going to share with you 3 herbs that you might want to put in your diet, in your supplement program, starting today to help you have less stressful days. I'm Annette Reeder from thebiblicalnutritionist.com, and it's always my joy to serve you God's recipe for excellent health. Now, you may notice a little bit of movement. I am actually trying to hold our puppy here. She's 3 months old, and her name is Trixie. She's a Sheltie, and you know what? Puppies can just add another element of stress in your life. Yes, she can. So I'm going to share this with you today. Stress is guaranteed, but there is a stress-free way to reduce stress and without stress. I know it sounds like a lot of stress. So I want to share with you today that there are 3 herbs that you can add into your daily program that can help you be the you you've always wanted to be. I know I've had so much stress in my life. If I had known about these herbs, I would have been able to be scored higher in high school. I would have been able to just perform better on the track team. I would have been able to not interrupt so many family vacations with my moods. You know what I mean? There is so much that could have been lived better if I'd have known about these herbs. Now, to get rid of stress or to reduce stress in your life, there's several different elements that need to be addressed. And I talk about that in the nutrition manual, which is the Treasures of Healthy Living Nutrition Manual, because it's more than just these herbs. It's about your mental mindset. It's about the foods that you eat, what's happening in your life. So there's physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual elements to stress. And you need to address all of them. But we're not going to do that today. Right now, it's just about 3 herbs that can totally help us deal with life and have more fun doing it. So that's what we're going to talk about. You know, Scripture says we are called to excel still more. And what that means is what we have at our fingertips. What we have available to us through God's Word, through His creation, is designed to help us excel in what we've been called to do. Well, stress interferes with that calling, and so we really need to address it. And today I'm so excited because these are some of the herbs that I have every day, and they totally change my life. So I'm excited to share this with you today. So herb number 1 is ashwagandha. Yeah, totally popular out there on the internet. You can find it in every supplement store. But do you really know what it does? All right. Ashwagandha comes from the pepper family, so very similar to ginseng. And yes, ginseng makes a great tea in the afternoon. And be sure you're subscribed to this YouTube channel because I'm going to be posting a video very shortly on how to make a delicious ginseng afternoon pick-me-up tea. You want to subscribe, hit the bell next to it so you get notified when we post that video. So it's part of the ginseng family, part of the pepper family, similar to ginseng, yet it does so much more. Ashwagandha is always going to be one of my favorite herbs. I use it with all of my clients. It doesn't matter. They say, well, I'm not stressed. I don't care. I want you to try it. And once they try it, they're like, okay, I'm having much better days. I'm able to get more work done. I'm able to think clearer, function better, and I just sleep better. Yes, because that's what ashwagandha does, especially when it's combined. You get more of a synergistic effect when it's combined with these other 2 herbs that I'm going to share with you today. So ashwagandha is important. Ashwagandha assists the adrenal glands in helping to fill in any of the gaps that the adrenal glands are not able to do. It kind of tells the adrenal glands like, hey, I'm going to help you out so you don't have to work as hard. And they need help because they are overtaxed and overstressed. Now, ashwagandha is also adaptogenic. You may have heard that word and wonder, what does that mean? Well, adaptogenic means it brings you into balance. It brings you into an equilibrium and a homeostasis, and it balances hormones. That's why we're happy. Yes. We all need adaptogens working for us on a daily basis. Yet that's not all it does. Ashwagandha works in all areas, physically, emotionally, and mentally. And who doesn't need help in all 3 of those areas? So I want to share with you just the top 8. I only picked the top 8 because the list is long, how this herb can help you on a daily basis. And even if you say, Annette, I don't have stress, I'm not depressed, I don't care, it's going to work for you. First one is, it relieves stress. That's just what it does. Been proven for centuries that that's what it does. Number 2 is it helps with insomnia. Now, it's not a sedative effect, But what it does is it reduces stress, improves your vitality, it balances the nervous system. In turn, that regulates your sleep. So some people have just so much on their mind that they can't sleep. Well, then I say get up, take some ashwagandha and the product that I'm going to share with you today, and then go back to sleep. All right. When I take this product at night, I wake up with a ready to take on the world attitude. I'm like, wow, that was good. I'm going to go to bed tonight and do that again. Now, next one is it relieves anxiety and depression. Many people who will never admit it to anyone, even those closest to them, deal with depression and anxiety. They just don't want to talk about it. It's like the disease that we hide behind our mask, and it's common. It's very common, and don't be afraid of it, and don't be ashamed of it. Our food in today's world causes depression. Our lifestyle leads to depression. The anticipation of what could come in the future can lead to depression. The lack of control in our environment can lead to depression. So don't be ashamed of it, but let's deal with it. Let's tell someone, and let's start addressing it nutritionally. Okay, next, it improves muscle strength. So studies are showing that it helps people recover from weakness while improving their coordination. Wow, isn't that an incredible reason to add this to your program? Next, it helps with endurance. It builds your body strength and conditioning. Yes. Next, now this one's not for me. This is for the men who are watching. It improves fertility in men. So what it does is it helps increase the sperm count and the mobility. There you go. Now you know why you need to take this product. For women, though, it helps with libido. Now, I'm not going to give any testimonies on that. I'm just going to tell you scientifically that's what it says. And I'm not going into any more detail on either one of those last two. All right. And then lastly, it helps manage blood sugars. And so blood sugars can be a physical stress. And ashwagandha is going to help with that. Now, I teach you a lot about different foods and the grocery discoveries and all of that, about other foods that are going to help balance your blood sugar. So if you're eating healthy foods like these, although I know these aren't real, they're fake, but they look good. If you're eating healthy foods similar to this in the real state, you are going to be balancing your blood sugar. You're eating natural foods. But ashwagandha is just going to help with the process. So physically, mentally, emotionally, ashwagandha is a must-go-to. As soon as people start using it, some people might just take the product once a day, take the herbs, the supplements once a day. Some people take it twice a day. It just depends on you and what you're trying to accomplish. Now, the second herb, I think I may catch a few of you a little off guard because you may not have heard of this one. It's called magnolia bark. Now, you may be thinking of that famous couple on the DIY network, flipping homes with the magnolia as their symbol. But as I researched this extract through the National Institute of Health website, it showed how the lignin oil in this extract is showing signs of inhibiting cancer. All right, bringing death to cancer cells. Okay. See, I told you, you don't have to be stressed to enjoy ashwagandha and magnolia bark together. Now, this has been used for centuries for depression and anxiety. But while they were researching depression and anxiety, that's when they discovered how it also inhibits cancer cells growth and multiplication. All right, during those studies, they also proved that it's anti-inflammatory, anti-diabetes, and antimicrobial. So if you're ever worried about pathogens, and pathogens include viruses and bacteria, if you're worried about that, then you need to have some magnolia bark in your diet. Now, I don't think you're going to go to the restaurant and say, I need a serving of magnolia bark today. I don't know what the waitress would think about you, but you can get it in the supplement form. Okay, so far I've given you two powerhouses for anti-stress and anti-depression, ashwagandha and magnolia bark. Number 3 is Rafuma. What, you've never heard of that one either? Yeah, this is kind of a new one for me, but then of course it's been around for centuries and it's been used many times, throughout the medical practice. And you may not find this in the grocery store, but it is very well known for a calming effect. National Institute of Health once again showed research how this extract can increase neurotransmitters, norepinephrine, dopamine. In other words, it's going to help you improve your concentration. Once again, adaptogenic. Concentration helps people with ADD, ADHD. It helps lessen depression. But just the ability to have mental focus and clarity, that's Rafuma. All right, so when we put all of these 3 herb extracts together, I want to share with you just a couple testimonies that I have from my clients. The first one is an 11-year-old. He wanted to be on this select baseball team, but every time he went to practice and tryouts, he just got so nervous. He was always striking out and couldn't catch the balls. His mom came to me and says, Annette, what can I do? And I said, you know what? Let's try some of these stress herbs. He took it, the next time got up, he had his confidence back. He was able to play like he already could play. He lost his nervousness and he was on the team. The second one was a young lady. She had taken her board exams to be an RN. She had taken them twice and failed. She's so smart, but she just froze when it came time to taking a test. I said, let's try these anti-anxiety, these herbs for stress. She took it. The next time she passed really well. She knew the information. She just froze during the testing. And you know, life happens so quickly. We need to enjoy more of it. As I think about the fact that I'm a grandmother of 7 grandchildren, it's like, wow, where did life go? And it's a blessing, this stage of life that I'm in, but yet so many years I was stressed, I was depressed, and yet these answers would have helped if only I'd had these in my 20s. So those of you who are in your 20s and you're watching this, like, good for you. Get started now. This is a daily product you need to take. Okay, so, all right, so now I want to share with you what I got. Herbs are an intense therapy for our cells. Yes, God made food. Food's our first option. But God also made herbs, and he made extracts because he knew the difficulties we were going to be dealing with. And so remember, so when you combine the ashwagandha, the magnolia bark, and the rafuma, you have a product called Mood Plus. Yeah, and you know what? I'm going to put a link below, and you can just click on that link and get a free sample. Now, I don't know how much you're going to notice with just a 3-day supply. You might say, wow, and you were right, I already feel amazing. Or you may say, I'm not really noticing anything. You know what? That's the way I was too. But the more I took it, it has an accumulative effect, but it's not habit forming. But it has an accumulative effect that you can say, okay, my days are getting better every single day. So I'll put a link to it down below. You can either just go buy it yourself or you can just grab a free sample. But you know, give it a try. Combining those 3 together is a powerhouse. So let's get rid of the stress. Let's enjoy life more. Life goes by so quickly. I truly want you to experience everything God has for you and not be on the couch in a slouch, all right? Annette Reeder, the Biblical Nutritionist. Be sure and give us a thumbs up and put your comments down below. What's your favorite way to reduce stress in your life? I can't wait to read your comments. I always love serving you God's recipe for excellent health.